We all know what Facebook can be like, especially if you just make an innocent comment and then somebody comes bowing down on you and says all this stuff, and then you say one thing, that's it, you're restricted for a week. I don't get involved in all that, but when I go to Facebook, it sometimes is a little bit more refreshing to see the array of videos which make it onto Facebook, which you never see on YouTube. So I'm just going to show you a few. Some of them are interesting. I've made a few little videos and this is one of them. I just thought they were interesting, and let's play them. Thank you to all the creators, by the way.
Anybody else remember watching Elmo as a kid?
Oh, now surely this is the right spot. Look at this. This area is filled with books about pretend people.
That's right, Grover. This is the fiction section. Fiction means it's a made-up story. Oh, hey, Elmo, I bet we can find your Galactic Gale comic book here.
Boy, Elmo, hope so.
Fiction means it's a made-up story.
Now, it's not a coincidence that they put that there. They have to tell us the truth. The Bible states in Luke chapter 12, verse 2 and 3, this is Jesus speaking, "There is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. Therefore whatever ye have spoken in darkness shall be heard in the light, and that which ye have spoken in the ear in the closet shall be proclaimed upon the housetops." Weren't aware this dude, Wernher von Braun, is the man who discovered NASA. He put a Bible quote on his tombstone that reads, "The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork." So let me get this straight. A man that created the Saturn V rocket that took man to the moon, which is 238,000 miles away, puts a quote that directly contradicts space? I don't know about you, but that's a little weird. But does anyone else remember that song by the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement.
If you guys weren't aware, NASA is a Hebrew word, which means to lead astray, to delude, beguile, and deceive. Ever notice when they do their launches, they always say T-? But what do y'all think? Y'all let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, follow me, and I challenge you guys to send this to somebody that needs to see this. Like always, God bless.
So check this out. So this guy was looking at the moon through a telescope and he caught something. What is it? Did y'all see it? What is that? I don't know about you. I definitely seen something though. Like, check this video out. Put in the comments if you've seen it.
Are you guys seeing this right now? Whoa. Okay, that was definitely something.
Doing some research on the New York City subway stations. And it's interesting because they said that the subway stations were founded in 1904 and they opened in 1905. So they were found, that's what founded means, they were found in 1904 and they opened 1 year later. They didn't build them, they just took ownership of these tunnels that are deep underneath New York City. And it's interesting because when you look at all of these tunnels, you sit there and think, okay, you go up above on the street, you got horse and wagon and all this stuff roaming around, but you're building these massive tunnels cutting through the earth. Take a perfect example. Go outside, get a shovel, and see how far you can go in the earth. Especially in a time around the 1900s where it's very challenging to do that. There's no construction photos. There's just like 4 people standing in front of a tunnel saying that we built it. You would think if you did the first subway ever that people are blown away that they could go in, you'd have photos galore. But you only have one photo of 4 people standing in front of a tunnel saying that you founded the tunnels of New York City.
Glass ceiling right now. Although we weren't able to shatter that hardest glass ceiling this time, thanks to you, It's got about 18 million cracks in it. We just put the biggest crack in that glass ceiling yet. Thanks to you and to everyone who's fought so hard to make this possible. I know we have still not shattered that highest and hardest glass ceiling, but someday someone will, and hopefully sooner than we might think right now.
The dirty part of the U.S. thing is that about 100 years ago, actually a little more than 100 years ago, we had Rockefeller figured out that oil was a monopoly he could get. And he fought really hard to maintain that monopoly. And then he realized that you can build chemicals out of oil. So most of the big chemical companies like Dow Chemical trace their roots back to Rockefeller, who is the world's best and strongest monopolist, and his processes are still running today. So the big chemical companies also started the big pharma companies, because you need oil to make chemicals, you need chemicals to make pharmaceuticals. And then he funded the campaign, he funded the AMA, he funded the campaign to destroy electrical medicine and to destroy natural medicines. Anything plant-based couldn't be made out of oil, therefore it was a competitor and it had to be crushed, and used all the worst, dirtiest tactics you could do.
Oh, the fucking medical industry is based on a complete lie. John D. Rockefeller bought all the major universities, all the major media companies early with all of his money, and basically created his own curriculum for medicine. And the only way that you could get grants is by using their curriculum for medicine. And their curriculum for medicine was based on what? Pharmacology. And what was pharmacology rooted in? The extraction of substances from oil. But then they started to realize, holy shit, these medicines that we're extracting from oil are actually creating cancer. And they used all of their power, they used all of their media influence to debunk all forms of natural therapy. And any doctor that dared speak up against them, do you know what happened to them? They were completely discredited and their lives were destroyed, and some of them were assassinated and killed.